Mine too. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. Unfortunately, we didn't have any takers this morning, so we're going to do a quick and easy kind of walkthrough for today in case you're doing it at home. So we have Spaceship. Spaceship is 5 rounds for time. A 100-meter single dumbbell farmer's carry. So that means that you'll just have a heavy object in one hand and you will go down and back. No, you'll go down with one hand and back with the other, or for the time frame that we're looking at. 100 meters is around 30 seconds or so of a run, but probably for today, since we're walking, I would go more so like maybe a minute. So 30 seconds one arm, 30 seconds the other, okay? And then we're going to go into a 200-meter run. That run, again, if you don't have a distance laid out, can just be 1 minute of movement. If you're inside your house, that can look like jumping jacks. That can look like hops, jump rope, burpees, really anything that just is making you move for a minute straight like you would running. Okay, you can mix it up. You can do, high knees, butt kickers, whatever works for that 1 minute of work or that 200-meter run. Then you come back and you'll get 30 kettlebell or dumbbell swings or odd objects. Okay, you can use backpacks, you can use grocery bags, you can use tool bags, you can use gallons of milk, whatever we can get.
Growlers of beer.
Yeah, well, that might be shaken up. Don't open that.
Yeah, everyone's.
If you're doing an odd object, I do not suggest going overhead. I would go Russian kettlebell swings for sure. Okay, just looking for that big hip drive and open. If you do have a kettlebell or a dumbbell and you feel confident going overhead, you can definitely go American kettlebell swings based off of the weight that you have. Okay. A few things about this workout. One, whatever you're carrying for the farmer's carry, okay, should be heavy. Okay. We're looking for a little bit heavier load that you could potentially go unbroken, or if you need to stop one time. Okay. So try to, even if you want to load yourself with something and carry something in your hand, that'll work too. Something like if you put a backpack on and put some books in it or rocks or whatever. Okay, same thing. Find a bag and put all your groceries in it today. But yeah, we're looking at that. If you don't have space to do that single, or you just don't have space, you can do step ups. Okay, if you have a small box, or even if you just have a small little step to your garage or to your kitchen or
your front door,
whatever, just do step ups. That'll work as well. 200-meter run, again, just looking for that 1 minute of movement. Okay, and then kettlebell swings, that should be a weight that you can probably go either unbroken or do those in 1 to 2 sets as well. So that's what we got today. Spaceship, 5 rounds. Okay, for our warm up, you're gonna go 5 rounds again. Okay, we're gonna go 5 Russian baby makers. These are where we kind of floss that. Julie will show you what that looks like. You're going to go 5 of these. Okay. You're going to come down, grab your toes, drop your booty, and then pick up your booty. Basically, once you take a hook of your toe, like with your fingers, you're not going to let go for 5. I like to call them maybe like stripper moves. Those are nice.
I probably shouldn't quit my day job.
So you'll go 5 of those. Then you'll go a 100-meter jog, or a minute of something. You can, again, run in place. That's perfectly fine. You can do high knees. You can do butt kickers, jumping jacks, really anything for a minute to kind of get you. You can do some scissor jumps, right, where we just kind of are moving here, whatever, minute. And then you'll go 15 dumbbell deadlifts. If you have a single dumbbell, okay, you can go to the center, right? Or you can go to the outside, whatever works for you. If you have 2 objects, you're more than welcome to do a double dumbbell deadlift. Okay, that's perfectly fine as well. Just looking for, remember when we do deadlifts, okay, especially with an odd object, it's easy for us to just like not really think about moving our body the way that we would if a barbell was in front of us, right? Like we always talk about our knees and what our hips are doing. So even with our odd object, okay, the shin should still be straight up and down, okay? It should be vertical. Just because you have a dumbbell and it's not tracing doesn't mean that we drop and go into an awkward deadlift, okay? So really, really take this time, guys, to like work on those movements. So we'll go 5 rounds of that. After you get done 5 rounds, we'll go into some mobility. We're gonna start with a figure 4 hip opener. So you can do this on the floor or you can find a wall. But really, if you don't have a wall, just grab behind your thigh and then you can just pull yourself in. You can also use the opposite hand to obviously open up that hip. You can pull it away and you can pull that knee towards you, okay? Kind of stretch the outside of the hip, the inside, the booty. It feels really good. After you do both sides, probably holding for somewhere between 45 to a minute, just kind of working that hip. We're gonna go into a nerve floss, okay? So kind of the same position. One leg is straight out in front of you, okay? The other leg is again being held by your hands right below the knee onto the like hamstring, and then you're gonna just floss that nerve, okay? Flex, point. You wanna do this very slow, okay? It should not be speedy, and you're gonna feel some, I wouldn't call it like discomfort, but you're definitely gonna feel the muscles and like tendons kind of start opening up. So we'll do that again, 45 to a minute on each leg. Opening up everything there. Beautiful. Then we'll go into our prep, okay? We only have really, 2 movements. We're looking at a farmer's carry, obviously running, and then our kettlebell or dumbbell swings. For our farmer's carry, we want to talk about grip. Especially if you're using an odd object, we just want to make sure that we can get that grip where our knuckles are turned down, okay? One thing that we see a lot is people wanting to hold on with just their fingertips, right? They loosen the grip, and now all that's really working, okay, is you're just kind of straining the forearm instead of building that forearm grip. So just like we would on a bar if we were hanging, or even a bar if we were holding, we'd always tell you to bring those knuckles down. Same thing with our odd object, okay, or our dumbbell or kettlebell. Knuckles all the way down, and really don't think about death gripping it. It should be sitting in that like palm pocket, I guess. Yeah. And then with that too, just making sure that we are active in the shoulder and we're making sure that it's not sagging, that we're bringing that shoulder back and we're actually carrying that in a nice form. So we're just gonna go for like about 100 meters of that farmer's carry, okay? Finding that distance that you can get to, trying out different loads. But again, that load should feel pretty heavy today. We are doing some grunt work, so kind of building that stimulus there. And then our kettlebell or dumbbell swings, whatever odd objects you have, we just want to make sure, okay, that you are going to be able to kind of hold on to it, whatever your grip looks like. If it's a kettlebell, if it's a dumbbell, you can grip it, right, like kind of like this, depending on how big your hands are and how big the dumbbell is, kind of is dependent. But just kind of find a nice grip. Okay, if you do have something that you can grip both hands, remember knuckles down on that as well, okay? We never want to just hold on by just our fingertips. That's how we lose things or throw them, okay? And again, whatever works for you. Russian is just to eye level, okay? And then American is all the way overhead. Remembering that we don't want to overextend in the back or the shoulders just because you feel like this is overhead. That is not a sturdy position for our midline or our shoulders. So just go to wherever feels the most comfortable, okay? And where you can go, again, the 30 reps, either unbroken or in 2 sets. Pretty much it, guys. We'll show you the board one more time just so you can get an idea, or if you need to write this down, okay? This is not a quick workout, meaning like we're not trying to find like our heart rate spiking up too much. Farmer's carry, right? It's gonna work grip, more of a grunt work style. The 200-meter run or that 1 minute of movement shouldn't be a sprint. We wanna call it a recovery, Okay, so that when we get back to our weighted movement, we can go big set on that. So 5 rounds for time. Spaceship. Happy Thursday.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Oh, by the way,